This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of May 31st, 2022. I'm Alex Brown. Indianapolis-based retail audio advertising startup Vibenomics has closed on a $12.3 million Series B funding round. CFO Jenny Quinnett says the funding will help the company grow its workforce by 25%, particularly in sales and marketing, by the end of this year.
We have spent the past few years laying the foundation. So for us, this is going to enable us to hire those sellers to really lean in to what we have discovered is already working. And with expanding our sales team, expanding our marketing team, we think that this is going to just change the trajectory of the organization in just such a skyrocketing kind of way.
The company says it will use the funding to launch additional audio out-of-home networks in more grocery stores, pharmacies, and convenience stores throughout the country. The Indiana Chamber of Commerce has named current Indiana Utility Regulatory Commissioner David Ober Vice President of Taxation and Public Finance, succeeding Bill Waltz, who announced his retirement in March. Ober will begin his new role in late June. Purdue University has launched the Semiconductor Degrees Program, a suite of degrees and credentials for both graduate and undergraduate students. Purdue says the program, a first of its kind in the U.S., intends for a quick ramp-up of skilled talent to create the next-generation semiconductor workforce. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media delivers business news covering central Indiana and the entire state. The Indianapolis Business Journal and Inside Indiana Business are now part of the same family. Look to the IBJ for in-depth coverage of central Indiana's business community and tap into Inside Indiana Business for stories that extend throughout Indiana. 2 resources, unlimited business insights that help you stay informed and get ahead. Learn more at ibj.com and insideindianabusiness.com.
Tourism officials in Terre Haute are optimistic the number of visitors to the Vigo County city will continue to grow as the pandemic recovery continues, boosting tax revenue. Our partners at WTHI-TV report more than $360,000 was collected last year via the city's 8% innkeeper's tax. David Patterson, executive director of the Terre Haute Convention and Visitors Bureau, says that number is already at $474,000 for this year. He adds the money that tourism brings in goes right back into the community.
All the money that we collect through this, we reinvest into the community and other events. And then the hotels, the people that work at the hotels, then they spend their salaries with an insurance guy, the dentist, buy gasoline, whatever. And so that cycle of money cycles several times through our community.
He says the new Terre Haute Convention Center will bring additional visitors for years to come as the venue attracts statewide association events. Data from the U.S. Census Bureau shows Westfield was Indiana's fastest growing community last year. According to an analysis from the Indiana Business Research Center at Indiana University, Westfield saw a 7.7% population increase in 2021. The city also had the greatest numeric growth with the addition of 3,640 residents. IU says Westfield's increase is more than twice as large as runner-up Fort Wayne, which added 1,805 residents in 2021. Overall, the state population increased by 0.3%. You can connect to more data at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Fresh off 2 of the largest economic development deals in state history, Governor Eric Holcomb says Indiana is on pace to shatter capital investment records. Through 5 months of 2022, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation says total capital investment from planned projects is approaching $15 billion. For all of last year, it was $8.7 billion.
I feel like we don't just have traction, we've got serious momentum going forward. The key will continue to be to make sure we've got the workforce skilled up to fill these careers, because success attracts success.
Last week, news of a Stellantis joint venture on an electric vehicle battery plant in Kokomo, along with Eli Lilly and Company's plans for 2 manufacturing plants in Boone County, represent a combined $4.6 billion investment and nearly 2,000 jobs. United Kingdom-based McLaren Racing also announced plans to invest more than $25 million to build a new IndyCar facility in Whitestown. Deputy Director General of the UN's Food and Ag Organization, Beth Bechtel, is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.